Hi children, in this class, before the holidays we have completed 2 civics lessons. Now I will start with the third civics lesson, that is the directive principles of the state policies. We will go with the introduction first. The directive principle of the state policy included in the constitutions help to achieve the aim set out in the preamble of the constitution. As we know that we have studied in the second chapter of the civics, that of the preamble. What it helps for? It helps to run the constitutions. We are having the written preamble, the rules and regulations to run the constitutions. Now, directive principles of the state policy. It means that to run a state, we need some policies, we need some rights of the citizens of the state. The individual citizen must get all the welfares. It includes us in the each state. We know that the government has two types, divided into two types, that is the state government and the central government. The directive principles are the policies that are given to the state and the central government by the constitutions. What it helps for? It helps to welfare of the state. Before leaving any policies, that may be for the educations of the girl child or the justice or the backward of the lower education people, we need some policies. New policies will be developed and that will be discussed by the state, the directive principles, and also after that it will be given to the state policies, that it will come into the existence. Now, what are the importance of the directive principles of the state policy? The directive principle of the state policy are the directions given to the central and the state government by the constitutions. It means it provides about the policies that is given equally to the central government and the state government. It is necessary to adopt these policies while legislating, formulating and implementing the policies. It means that we must adopt that policies. It may be about the health, about the free educations, about the welfare, labor welfare or any other rights. The directive principle of the state policy are important in achieving freedom, equality and brotherhood natures. It helps to welfare our state. First we will see about the constituents that are important in the welfare of the state policy. First is the social justice. To achieve the public welfare by providing a social, economic and political justice to the citizen. We are having right to live anywhere. We are having right to go in the public, increase of our caste, of our educations. We have right to go anywhere. And we have given every power to work with anyone. Now, second one is social justice to the weaker section. As we know that the backward peoples or the in earlier days they were saying about the low caste people. What they have did some welfare about them. They have provided some percent of the admissions, free education admissions or the free supply of the books for the weaker section peoples. It is indeed to provide basic need to the weaker sections, to find remedy against economic exploitations, providing education, extending free legal aid to them. Women and child welfare. It is that it provides that women are equally with the men. They are working, they are also getting the educations like the men, and also child to grow healthy in additions to provide free and compulsory educations. What they are providing? They are providing government schools for the educations of the child. In small Anganwadis, they are providing food for the welfare of the children. Now, fourth is the labor welfare. All the labor class people must get the welfare or the policies, that is right to work, conducive atmosphere to work, minimum wages to work, and providing them opportunity to participate in the administrations. It means that all the labor would get the Aadhaar card, ID card, and they have the right to vote also. What they have, they are able to work at any conditions as they are working. If they did not like the work, they can leave. That is, they must have the friendly nature. Aid to helpless. The government aid for aged patients and also unemployment to leave. It means that we are having so much of the unemployment in the country. We are providing so much of the policies or the rules by which unemployment would be vanished, and also pensions are given to the aged people so that they are able to survive. Uniform code of law to all. To enforce uniform civil law to all citizens. It means that we are having all rights equally, and all the different types of the government officials have their uniform code. Police are having different, doctors are having different, government schools are having different uniform facilities. So these are all the civil laws. Prohibitions of the liquors. During drinking spoils the health, it leads to the financial problem of the family, increased exploitations of the human. Therefore, the constitution has direct all the state governments to enforce prohibitions of the liquor. Means you have seen that in last some days we have seen that liquor shops were also closed because to see the health of the all the citizens, and also because of the liquors so many people are getting financial problems, and women are also exploited because of them only. Agriculture and associations of the animal husbandry. The state government should make an attempt to organize agriculture and animal husbandry in a modern and scientific manner in order to protect the unique species, prevent the slaughters of the cattle, calf and other animals which give milk and pull heavy luggage. It means that cows, from the earlier we are using cow and bullock cart for the process of the agriculture, for cultivating the crops or for digging the land, we are using the cows. But now what we have to do, the government, state government should provide tractors. They must have the tractor loans and also different type of equipments, that is advanced equipment for the cultivations of the crop, for the welfare of the agriculture, because we get food only from the agricultural land. Environment. Protection of environment and wild animals protections are also important. They are not being protected due to the pollution of the industries and mines. We must protect the wild animals, because nowadays we are seeing that tigers, lions were killed by some of the peoples or the hunters. But it is not good, right? In the future we are not able to see any animals. We must protect plants and trees also, because if our environment is good, we are able to live safely. Protection of the historical monuments. As we can see that Hampi, Belur, Halebeedu, Pattadakallu are the other historical places. These temples were built by Krishna Devaraya period or the other kings. But we must protect these monuments because they are very precious. Next is the international peace and security. Participants of the country in safeguardness the international peace and security. It means that we have to look after that our constitution must have been safeguarded with all the peace and security. It means that police protect us, and also our soldiers protect us from other countries. As they are working there, we are safe at the home. The constitution has given some certain advisories and directions to the state government how it should implement these all principles. For example, the central government and several other state government would not enforce prohibitions of the liquor for the last 6 decades. No one can question this in the court of the law. As you can see that I have said that prohibition of the liquor is good because it is spoiling the health of many, and also financial problems are increased in the families. But the central and state government have the right and it have the policy to prohibit it, but we last 6 decades we are seeing for once also the liquors are not prohibited. In the lockdown it have been prohibited, but suddenly soon after it have been opened. So these are the directive principles of state policies. Thank you all. I think everyone have understood.